Dyluck this, Dyluck that. What's this Dyluck like anyway?
You wanna know? Where do I even begin?
Great. Now she'll never stop.
Huh?
So, about Dyluck. He's the coolest soldier in the ranks. And I don't just mean that he's good looking, though that's true. He always asks how I'm doing. One time, I tripped over a branch and he helped carry me home. I still remember that sweet tone he used when he asked if I was okay. He's so kind. Oh, but he's also very serious about his work. He'll help anyone in need. When we took a stroll outside of town to pick some wildflowers, he knew the name of every single one. He even knew what each blossom meant in the language of flowers. Crazy, right? He's so smart. Dyluck tutors me sometimes, and he's always attentive, so I don't get bored by the subject matter. You should hear what his troops think of him. He never talks down to them like the other captains. Dyluck listens to his men and tries to help when they have problems or concerns. He's the perfect captain of the guard. After I saw how responsible he was, I fell for him instantly. I asked him if he was tired from having to work so hard. And do you know what he said?
I don't care.
He said, I'm happy as long as I can make everyone else happy. Can you believe it? I thought my heart was going to leap out of my chest. I knew Dyluck was the only one for me. And then there was this time that...
I don't think I've ever seen this side of you. Uh-oh, our little sprite's falling asleep. Ugh, sounds like a good idea.
Hey, I'm not finished.
Well, there you go, guys. That was the cutscene I was talking about. Oh, man. Just kind of glad to have that out of the way. We still haven't really caught up to where we are in the story, which makes me wonder if I shouldn't go ahead and just play another one here. So otherwise, we're going to have to keep coming back here and doing this again.
I wonder if Pamela and Dyluck are alright.
Worried?
Yes, but I have to do my best. I just keep telling myself that.
They'll be okay.
Thanks.
Just be patient and you'll see. Your hard work won't be in vain.
Listen up. Success is a mental thing. You gotta visualize it going well or you're never gonna get anywhere.
Besides, we're gonna help you along the way. When we can, at least.
Thank you so much.
Well, what kind of boss doesn't look out for their underlings? Leave it to me.
I never agreed to be your underling. But thanks for the thought.
Tomorrow's another day. Let's get some rest.
Huh, well, that was nice. It's kind of uplifting. Alright, so last time we just got done doing the seasonal puzzle in the Upper Land, and we were about to head out to see the rest of it, what lies beyond the crystal, after you hit it with wind. No. But let me look at something real quick here. Going to monsters, we can see now this little space is filled in with the crawler, so that was the one I was missing. Also, he definitely looks different from the front than he does from the side. These guys are actually kind of cute. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, see you in a little bit. Okay, I'm back. It's a nice chunky O there. So I did build my spells all up to level 3. I think one of them's still level 2. It might be Freeze, I'm not sure. No, Freeze is level 3 now. Wind Slash might be the one. Sometimes when I'm... Oh, yeah, that's definitely level 3. Yep. Alright, these guys have that annoying sleep spell, so they kind of put you to sleep. You just kind of have to walk away. Of course, it was a lot more annoying in the original game when you couldn't just run away from your party members, but now... because you can abandon them, which is not the nicest way of putting it, but it's basically what you're doing. You know. Let's try to keep these guys out of tow. They only have 100 HP, so they're not a big deal. Nemesis Owls, definitely, you know I said before they were really aggressive, but they sure don't seem as bad this time around. You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and run away from these. This is kind of one of those stranger areas of the game where nothing really happens. You know, you're just wandering through the Upperland Forest. I mean, you know, it is what it is, for better or worse. So I think a lot of games nowadays kind of feel like they have to make every single area interesting, or like have something special about it, or that it looks unique, or something like that. And that does help. I mean, I don't know why I'm thinking about Final Fantasy 15 right now, because most of that game is like kind of a desert. But then there's like this one area in the northeast where you go on this mountain, and the ground is all dark. It just looks really weird, and I remember thinking when I saw that, like, wow, what a unique looking area. Because most of the areas are usually just the typical biomes. But I don't think they were thinking about things like that when they made games like this. You know, they were just like, well, whatever it is. It's like, well, this is going to be the forest, this is going to be the desert, this is going to be the snow area, and that's just going to be all there is to it. You can see we're not dying nearly as fast here. Sprite's still taking a lot of damage, though. He does have a bit of a lower defense, even with the same armor, than either of us do. And so I think it was kind of by design. But once we get up past this and get into the cave, or get into Matango and the cave beyond, it kind of goes back to being easy again. So I don't know what it is, this one area just seems to be a little bit more difficult than the rest. At least that's how it went for me last time, and maybe it'll go different. Maybe this time, you know, that area will be hard too, I don't know. Oh, here we go. Gotta change it up. Decided to give Sprite the bow. I'm kind of just messing around with weapons a little bit too. Get more, you know, get more proper weapon levels here. Ooh, see there? It's going to be interesting to see what some of the bow charged attacks look like. This is also nice because you can hit enemies. Well, it kind of goes without saying, but you know, the bow is a ranged weapon, so you can hit enemies from a little further back. Yeah, but there was just, well, what I was saying about this area is like nothing really happens here. But it's not so bad, you know, even in the original I remember just something about this forest and how little time you spend here just kind of makes it even more special. Well, I guess you're asleep now. I don't know if that's the bow that's putting him to sleep or what that is. Oh, the spear is ballooning him. Either way, I mean, I could look at it on the weapons sheet, I'm not gonna bother, you know. The only thing worse than being confused is when confusion runs out, and then your controls go back to normal, and then that's even more confusing. It's like, wait, I'm going the wrong way. But you're actually going the right way, you're just going the wrong way. Anyway, we're here. There's like this little space back here. It seems weird that this was here, there's really nothing there, but I don't know. We got ourselves a new enemy here. I think there's a new enemy. This might be the same enemy that's in the, like, the ruins down in Pandora, because we're hitting it, so we shouldn't be able to do that. Well, we can also, yeah, see, Air Blast is level 2. But it doesn't matter, it's still good. There it is again, the magic, looking like the magic is missing, but it's not. Ugh. This is like a little preview of coming attractions here. This is actually the very end of the dungeon up here that we're about to go through. But we can't get across to it, so we're just gonna have to take the really long way. Holy crap, look at these guys. They're so big compared to the way they were before.
Unlike our cousins the Mushbooms, we're a peaceful tribe.
Well, good. Hey, what a mushroom.
Truffle would be willing to help you.
We're just not equipped for fighting. There's no way we can defeat the monsters in the northern cave.
Time to switch to decaf.
Matango means hello in our native Matangese. The
Matangese.
forest are restless of late. Is this a bad omen?
I don't know, is it? Is there a secret passage down here? I wish.
Agnetam means goodbye. Not running off yet, I hope.
Nah, I just got here. This is another song where I feel like they really kind of did a good job doing something original with it.
We're just not equipped for fighting. There's no way we could defeat the monsters in the northern cave.
This is Fun Castle, home of King Truffle.
I was in the original. This is probably one of my least favorite songs. There was really not really much of a melody to it. It's mostly just like banging on drums, but it definitely put a melody to it this time. Okay, so this is where we get a nice armor upgrade here. 3 wolf bands. This is also one of the less complicated upgrades since all 3 people use that and that. The headgear is still a little different, you can only equip that on those 2, and then only me for this one, but otherwise it's not too bad. Also, we're gonna sell here. Anything else? Yeah, I would like to actually buy some fairy walnuts. This will be the first time in the game that you could buy fairy walnuts at their true price, which is 500. You could have got them from Nico before at double price, but it's hardly worth it. I mean, I probably would have been fine because I'm sitting here on 20k gold. I mean, it's a little ridiculous. No, I think we're good. So let's real quick go in here and equip and take a look at our new bong here. Yeah, 13 for the headgear there. This will be 22. This will be 8. So 13 magic defense. Huh. And Sprite, we get the same for you. 22 and 8. And finally, Prim. I think in one of the other translations she was actually like Purim, P-U-R-I-M. And in this one she's just Prim, like prim and proper, I suppose. I don't know.
I'm sure King Truffle would be willing to help you.
Oh, these guys are crazy.
The king is in his chambers.
Well, here we go.
Whoa! I saw a white dragon up in the mountain. They're supposed to be extinct.
Yeah, that they are. Well, they're not.
Ancestors were said to have ridden through the sky on flying creatures. Creatures like white dragons. Well, those are practically extinct now. Did you hear? A white dragon was spotted yesterday in a cave to the north.
Well, let's just see how reckless he is.
It's you! You're here at long last. Nice to meet you, legendary hero. Huh? Don't play dumb. You think we don't know the legends up here? A hero of great might, with sword upon shoulder. He rides upon the wings of a white dragon, and so shall save the world. That's you guys, right? I recognized you right away. Just yesterday, one of my people saw a white dragon fighting a huge snake in the cave north of here. Sounds like the prophecy hit the nail on the head. Use the first floor exit on the right to get to the cave. The palace? Yeah, I know where it is, but the prophecy says that you find the cave first. I'll tell you how to reach the palace afterward. Come on, get going. Oh, wait! According to legend, there's something for you heroes in the treasure chest upstairs.
Yeah, so when he like goes off and reads the legend, in the original it actually cuts straight to like the title theme, you know. But also in the original there was like that little noise before the title theme, which I think was supposed to be the Mana Fortress flying or something, that little that noise. Well, I'm sure that noise totally helped you recognize it. And I guess in this version they made that all into one song because it actually plays the noise instead of going straight to the song on this one. So it sounds a little weird, but hey, whatever.
Took your time, huh? I figured you'd stop.
You can tell I'm biased because every time I say the negative thing about the game, I say whatever after it. Let's see what we got here. Check room. Okay, so the boomerang's up to 4, javelin's up to 4. The javelin was doing some really horrible damage in the upper land, so I assume. Actually, before we get to anything else here, this is the end. But see how like there's no room here? Oops. Dang it. That'll happen a lot. You'll accidentally zone out because you get too close to a door. Yeah, but there's like no space in here to have a cutscene, so you just won't have one, even if one's available.
One night is 50.
And this is like the only inn you see, basically between now and Kakara, so like a lot of stuff happens in there and you don't get to see cutscenes for, so you'll end up with like 5 or 6 cutscenes backed up in the queue. You just go watch them all at once. So I'm trying to avoid that happening by periodically running back to Pandora to play out the cutscenes, maybe like just at the beginning and end of each video or something. I was about to say something there, I think what it was now. Huh. You just can't help but sing along to this one, I don't know, man. Ooh. Oh yeah, I got the... Yeah. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, okay, so in the original, I know there were a lot of times that weapons would say something like, oh, this is effective against bugs, or this is effective against plants, or whatever. But usually, I wouldn't notice that big of a difference. when I would try those weapons on the things that they were supposedly good against. But, and I don't know if this is true or not, because I haven't really looked into it enough, but it does seem like those attributes to weapons being good against certain types of monsters are a little more pertinent here than they were before. Okay, so to clear some of that out. Yeah, because like normally when you get up to the Lofty Mountains section of the game, and you're getting that 5th and 6th and 7th seed like right back to back, by the time you have the 7th seed, you're doing about 100 damage basically with every single weapon. They all do about like within 20 or 30 damage of each other. So there is a difference. But I noticed in this one, and maybe it was just a fluke or something, I was wandering around the Lofty Mountains, and I was at the point where I was supposed to be doing that 100 to 120 damage. Some of my weapons were only doing 50 damage, whereas other ones were doing easily over 100. Which makes me wonder, that's why I think that maybe like the whole thing with weapons being useful against certain types of monsters is more pertinent here. There's definitely a bigger difference between one weapon and the next when it came to what damage they did on the monsters I was fighting, and oh boy, I can't hit these guys for nothing. I'm gonna try that speed up spell here or something. I don't know if it's high enough level for it to be worth it at this point, because it wouldn't last very long. Probably last long enough for us to see though. We're still hitting enough pretty good here. Hitting enough, yeah. Because, like, I mean, I'm doing 30 damage with the axe here. But probably if I went to actually look and see... Yeah, if you look on the weapon screen here, you can see what each weapon says. Like, the sword be significant on slimes and lizards. This puts enemies to sleep, and slows them down, raises agility by 2, raises constitution by 2. Animals, birds, and beasts, so the bow is definitely the way to go there. Javelin, the same thing. If I switch to the sprite, try using the bow. Ah, well. I don't know if that was actually his hit or not, but... Of course, he might just have lower strength than the others. That might be it. That might be all it is. See, once again, now we're just kind of flying through things again. The monsters aren't even remotely hurting us. Just kind of been plowing through here. Nope. Better switch it up. It might be time to start switching my weapons again, because I've been using these ones for a little while. At least I've been using this particular combo for a while. Critical herb won't fit, too bad. Alright, back to the whip you go. This cave is like another dungeon that feels kind of forgettable in the long run. Like, after a while, you just don't see that many caves anymore. There's like this one, and then there's the cave leading to the dwarf's village, but beyond that... You know, and then there's like one towards the end when you're... where Sage Jock's cave, you know? I'm trying to think of what other... I mean, I guess Shade's dungeon is kind of a cave, but that's more of like a buried castle of some sort. Tried to cast a spell on him, and he was already dead. But yeah, if you want to keep building up your magic, though, just kind of cruise on through here. Boom, yeah. I will say I kind of miss the numbers getting bigger as the damage gets bigger. Because there's nothing like in the original when you first start doing 200 damage to enemies and those huge numbers start flying out and the numbers are practically bigger than some of the enemies are. That always felt really good. Now the numbers kind of all look the same no matter what damage you do, so... Might as well air blast that guy, get this thing up to level 3. I mean, I got the fairy walnuts now, I can definitely afford them, so... So here we are, we're grinding magic on camera, guys, how do you like it? They're just gonna spawn more pebblers if we keep this up, I'm just gonna go ahead and get out of here. For the owls. Nope, here comes another one. Ugh, you're blocking the road, dude. It's easy to get lost in here, there's quite a few ways to go. I'm kind of like sort of thinking... I'm kind of like wondering if I'm actually going the right way here. I'm pretty sure I am. It's pretty easy to hit upon dead ends. Yeah, see, what we're trying to do is get rid of this right here, so we can get down there. That's the way forward. But what we're gonna need to do Let's find another one of them little crystal doohickeys. Hit it with some earth slide. There's the crystal right there. Okay, never mind. No, go to earth slide and hit it. I like the way the crystals react to, rather than just disappearing and having that ominous sound. Holy crap. Admittedly, the sound was pretty cool in the original game, though. Hit you. Hey, Air Blast is level 3 now. I don't usually notice when I hit another level. I guess the sound is quieter, because I'm always playing with the sound so far down. That's probably why. Anyway, I'm just gonna beat up another pebbler here. Yeah, when you have a monster corner like this, I don't usually run around them as much as I normally do. But it's always more fun to kind of surround an enemy. So hit them from all directions. Anyway, this is it right here, so let's do it. This guy got severely nerfed, I remember my last time. Oh, okay, Pygmies. In the original game, Pygmy just goes away on its own. This one, it does not. So, you'll have to heal it, otherwise it's just going to be there forever. At least in my experience, that's fine. So normally you would want to be spamming Air Blast on this guy, but... Uh-oh! There it is! There's our first error status. Oh, man. I can't say whatever to that, let me tell you. Back. I'm not gonna bother. Good news is, however... Hey, have we seen this screen yet? I don't think we have. That's probably gonna end up being the YouTube thumbnail. No, my luck. YouTube's pretty good about picking thumbnails. I don't know what technology they're using to do that, but wow. It's face recognition or something. But anyway, because the game autosaves, and this green file over here is your autosave, it autosaves every time you walk through a door, so more than likely, when I load this up, it's gonna put us right back where we were. So thank goodness for that. Yeah, we're just like wandering back here. I don't think it saves when you walk in the door to a boss room is what it is. Yeah, in my original playthrough of this, I had 5 crashes altogether. Also, that Pygmy is like really... Oh, I should have picked up the Pygmy belt from the... Or whatever, Pygmy hammer. From the dwarf guy, because I could have gotten that by now. I always forget to. I guess I could use Remedy if I wanted to. Oh, go ahead. There we go. So, oh man, you're just gonna go right back to it, are you? Well, I'm gonna Air Blast you then. Yeah, 324, not bad at all. You know what, I'll just stay Pygmies. Why not? Oh, why would I want to stay Pygmies? What am I talking about? Okay, also... Don't you... Oh yeah. You also will be able to cast a spell using a character who's in the middle of an attack animation. So you'll have to wait for them to get out of their... or finish their attack animation before you can cast a spell with them. And of course you're not going to be able to you're not going to realize that until you go into the ring menu and look and notice. Like if you press X 2 times in a row here, it just keeps going to green, right? Whereas normally it would alter between the two, but it keeps going to green. So you'll have to do that and notice the border isn't changing colors before you realize you can't use that character. Yeah, see what I mean? No problem. And then of course a really long cave here with nothing in it, but I like that they kind of draw this out. It's like, where's that dragon? Where's that dragon? And here we are on the other side of that canyon we were talking about 15 minutes ago. Oh!
This is the legendary white dragon? Oh, no. Its parents must not have survived that monster from earlier.
We can't just leave it here. It won't make it on its own.
But it's too big for us to carry around, and this one's just a baby. We should ask Truffle what to do.
Yeah, White Dragon's a little cuter in this game than he was before, isn't he?
He'll only slow you down. Don't worry, I'll raise him for you.
King Truffle!
Shut up!
Shh. I've made up my mind. You three have stuff to do, right? Leave the rest to me. Sorry for taking up your time. Stop by if you get the chance and say hi to the little fella. By the way, how do you like the name Flammy?
Okay, so before, it didn't give you a choice here. It just brought up the options and then it automatically went to the next screen. So I want to see what happens here if I say you.
No point in asking. You'd agree with me just to be polite, even if you hated the name, right?
Okay, alright, so that's what happens.
We'll call him Flammy.
Last time I just said, okay, I like it, but...
Cannon travel is open again south of the forest. Visit the Fire Palace in the Kakara Desert. If you're on the search for palaces, that's the closest one. Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah, I think we might just go there. I've been kind of hemming and hawing about whether I want to go to the desert or to the ice country first.
Time, huh? I figured you'd stop by here.
We got the sword, definitely reforged that. I love how the weapons just have such different looks to them as you... You know, in the original they did too, but a lot of it just amounted to palette swaps. Sometimes the boomerang changed a little bit. So, it's kind of cool to see what all they did. Oh, something's ready out there. Okay, well...
I'm sure King
No, I heard you already. So, I guess I should probably grab some more medical herbs. Okay, so what I'm probably going to do here is just cannon travel back to Pandora and watch the next couple of cutscenes at the end before we leave. Because I don't want those to build up too much. I feel like there's at least 3 or 4 of them right now that we could see if we just stayed there and watch them all in sequence. So, but at the same time, I don't want to sit here, you know, and play 3 or 4 cutscenes in a row. Actually, he might not be able to send me to Pandora. Oh, well, yes, look at this. I'll have to go back to the other cannon travel guy. Okay, you know what? I could just go to Ice Country and watch him there. That would be a lot faster, wouldn't it? Oh. I don't want to go to Ice Country first, though. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. Let's do it. I'd rather do that than run all the way back to Pandora just to watch a cutscene that I could watch basically at any inn. And I'm pretty sure the inn at Ice Country has a space so we can actually watch a cutscene there. If it doesn't, well, that's gonna stink. Also, this is where the lack of Mode 7 cannon travel animation is sorely missed. Because you're just getting a preview of that overworld. It's like, wow, where are we going now? And you see yourself flying across the world. You're so used to just kind of traveling up and slightly over and down. But the first time you travel to Ice Country or the desert, it's a little different. Also, we got better armor here. Probably can afford it, too.
One night is 50 GP.
Oh, 50 GP. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's do it.
About that guy.
What guy?
That guy! You know, the one with the hair and the armor.
Oh, you mean Gemma?
Yeah, that one! So about Gemma.
You could tell they meant Gemma from that?
Is he really as strong as he looks?
What?
Cause I mean, how strong can he be if he needed to be saved?
Come on, no one's perfect.
All I'm saying is that he sure gives a lot of orders. What's he up to anyway?
He's busy with stuff. Lots of stuff. It's just stuff we don't need to know about.
You sure he's not just giving us tasks and then going off to take a nap?
No way! He wouldn't do that. I think.
Stop teasing our brave hero. You know he can't take a joke. Besides, Gemma is a very brave knight.
You sure? I can't quite put my finger on it.
He saved my life, so at the very least, I know he's a strong warrior. Probably.
Look what you've done. Now he's getting suspicious.
I don't think I've seen that one before. Sometimes there's little random ones in there that are about certain, like, there's one about cannon travel that feels like it could just show up at any time. It's not really related to the story. I think there's some like that that'll just show up sometimes. And yeah, we will save. Oh, level 23 now, huh? So I'm still debating whether or not I want to stay here or go back to the desert. So if I want to go back to the desert, I'm going to have to go a little ways into this area to get there anyway. I'll figure it out. Anyway, see you guys later.